There's been a lot of talk about Bluehost lately. Some corners of the web say it's an outdated provider, while others claim it works incredibly well with WordPress. And wouldn't you know it, recently Bluehost got a big update. So now is the best time to make an updated Bluehost review 2026 and answer one simple question. Should you host your website with Bluehost? To start this Bluehost review, it's been officially recommended by WordPress.org since 2005, and it's still on that list in 2026, even though other providers have changed. And well, probably every review of Bluehost you can find will state that, yeah, it's on that list for a reason. So let's start with ease of use and WordPress tools. Oh, and if you're here mostly to grab a major Bluehost web hosting discount, I got you covered. There's a link in the description, or you can scan the QR code. It really slashes those prices, so don't miss it out when it's just a click away. Okay, is Bluehost good? And is it easy to manage on your own? Yes, honestly, this is where Bluehost still does a very solid job, especially after the latest update. The new dashboard is clean, simple, and clearly designed for beginners. There are no upsells or confusing button placements. If I loved the dashboard before, this might now be the best way to manage WordPress. Everything is easy to find, from your hosting panel to domain and email management. Setting up WordPress hosting takes just a couple of clicks, and the onboarding process walks you through everything step by step. I also love the inclusion of AI in this onboarding and web building process. For example, you can install an empty WordPress setup or let AI construct a unique site based on your prompt. You can even generate a logo completely free straight from the dashboard. And I really like the designs that Bluehost AI creates. Some competitors generate the same designs no matter how many times you regenerate. Now, two more important things I need to mention in this Bluehost review 2026. First, WonderBlocks is sort of like an extra WordPress website builder, but it enhances the WordPress experience rather than changing it. You still get the full setup of controls, but on top of that, you get more elements, sections, and design options. The second is Blue, the new Bluehost AI chatbot, and it's not here just to answer some of your questions. Now you can fully edit your website simply by asking Blue to do it for you. Want to change the website's background color? Sure, it does that in seconds. Want to delete or add specific sections? Easy. What I like most about Blue is that it asks for clarifications and doesn't just do random things when it misunderstands you, unlike some other chatbots. Website migration is also straightforward, and you can even hire a professional from Bluehost to help you migrate complex sites or even create a design for you. When it comes to features, Bluehost keeps things practical rather than overwhelming. You get the essentials like a free SSL certificate, weekly backups, firewall protection, malware scanning, and DDoS protection. Cloudflare CDN is included as well, which helps with speed and stability. CDN copies your website to a bunch of servers around the globe. When a user from a faraway location tries to visit your site, they are redirected to the nearest copy, meaning way better international loading speeds. On top of that, you get unmetered bandwidth, a free domain for the first year, migration tools, and 24/7 chat support. Advanced plans still support things like staging environments, SSH access, and WP CLI, which is nice to see in 2026. Yeah, so with all that, I don't think Bluehost will disappear from that best WordPress hosting list anytime soon. And I highly recommend you give it a try. The best discount is in the description. Okay, that's all great, but is Bluehost shared hosting still affordable? Yes, in fact, Bluehost does a few things differently from market competitors. Bluehost currently offers 3 main plans. Well, not really. If you use my discount link, you get a 4th super cheap option, and this entry-level plan is clearly aimed at very small projects. It's meant for a simple personal website or a small blog, and while it's limited, it gets the basics right. So if all you need is cheap web hosting for a single site, this plan is perfect for you. The starter plan is where Bluehost starts to make a lot more sense for most users. It's only slightly more expensive, but it gives you a lot more room to grow. This is a plan that works best for growing projects or people running more than one small site. I mean, most of you probably aren't looking to build and host more than 10 websites, right? For most of you watching this, it'll be more than enough for your whole Bluehost hosting journey. Then there's the business plan, which is clearly designed for professional use. You get stronger security, better support, and features that actually matter if your site makes money. And of course, there is a plan if you want to go all in e-commerce. It's called eCommerce Essentials. This option is for really big websites. But no matter which plan you choose, Bluehost offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you're not locked in if it doesn't work out. And just a reminder, the deals are in the description, and the QR code is on screen. They really give you a discount, so don't miss them. Now let's move on to performance. Bluehost performance is really great, and that's no surprise seeing as all plans run on NVMe drives, which are a much faster version of SSD storage. Over 30 days of testing, Bluehost delivered 100% uptime, meaning my website stayed online the entire time. For anyone new to hosting, that simply means visitors were always able to access my website. Nowadays, this isn't as big a problem, but 10 years ago, it wouldn't have been surprising to see 65% uptime, which I probably don't need to say is terrible. In speed testing, my test website's largest contentful paint came in at about 1.1 seconds. And for context, anything under 2.5 seconds is considered good by the almighty Google. In other terms, be faster than 2 seconds and you'll likely see better search result placements, bringing in more visitors. I also really wanted to run stress tests to see how Bluehost handles traffic spikes. A stress test simulates 50 users visiting the site simultaneously and measures whether the site is reachable and how quickly it responds. 50 users at the same time is no small feat. That's quite a successful website, so shared hosting can falter a bit here. Luckily, Bluehost showed no issues. The response time was also relatively stable. So, from a performance standpoint, there were no red flags. Bluehost provided a stable and reliable hosting experience. So let's wrap up this Bluehost review. In 2026, Bluehost remains one of the best web hosting providers on the market. After the latest update, WordPress's recommendation fits more than ever. It's affordable, beginner-friendly, well-optimized for WordPress hosting, and delivers reliable performance without unnecessary complexity. I hope I've answered the "is Bluehost good?" question for you in detail. If you want to start at the lowest price possible, don't forget to check the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen. Save some cash, avoid paying full price, and I'll see you in the next Cyber News review.